Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala. Then we will have, yesterday we were to have Nahu al-Wadih, and today Tufat al-Akhyar, but due to the importance of having the Nahu, I decided to skip the Tufat al-Akhyar. Maybe we'll find it in a place to fill it in later, but the Nahu is important for us, the Arabic grammar, so I didn't want to lose it, right? So we have today, after last week talking about the Mubtada and the Khabar being in agreement in femininity and masculinity and in dualness and in pluralness, except for objects which are غير العاقل, non-intellectual. Then in this chapter here, or this bab, this section here, is خبر المبتدا, right? حين يكون جملة أو شبه جملة. This is the talking about the khabar of the mubtada, where the khabar can be a jumla, a sentence, or it can be a phrase, shibha jumla, right? Shibhu jumla, but here because of yakuna shibha jumlatin.
You just got the picture of the book.
What about now?
Okay, you got a page up there low. Let's see, so, you drew a box up there.
But you can't see the page, huh?
That's a blank page now. It's loading. Okay.
Now it's there?
Yeah.
طيب. This is important for us to learn here. I'm gonna leave these up here. I'm gonna leave these. I know I switched. I know I was gonna get rid of the page, but I said I'm gonna leave it in case we can refer to it. This is something that we need to learn. We have al-mubtada, we have al-khabar. Together, these two make al-jumla ismiya. They make a nominal sentence, right? Now, the khabar, and this is where we're going to start to make sense of some of the i'rab that maybe we did in Ramadan, right? And in our understanding of how sentence structures are made up is going to get better. And so we're going to understand what we read in a better way. So we say the mubtada is a noun. For instance, it could be Abdullah, it could be Muhammad, it could be al-bayt, it could be whatever. A noun. The khabar can be mufrad. If I write a meme instead of a fa, mufrad, meaning singular, right? Singular, meaning a singular word. So I can say al-baytu, right? That's my mubtada, right? Kabir. That's one word. Al-baytu kabirun. This is information about al-bayt. And it's one word. It gives me information, gives me a complete idea. Al-baytu kabirun. Right? Or my khabar can be al-jumla. It can be a whole sentence, right? And it can be ismiya, jumla ismiya, or it can be a jumla fi'liya, right? It could be a nominal sentence or a verbal sentence, or it can be what's called shibhu jumla. Shibhu al-jumla. Shibhu jumla is a phrase. So here, this is a complete sentence. Also, shibhu jumla has two types, right? So we have jar wa majroor, which is a harf jar, a preposition and the noun following it, or it can be dharf mudaf ilayh, right? Dharf or mudaf ilayh. So basically, there are three types of khabar: mufrad, jumla, and shibhu jumla. But the jumla can be either fi'liya or ismiya, and the shibhu jumla can be two types. I'm going to leave this page here. I'm going to go over here and we're going to read so that we can understand the importance of this. We're going to read. We have here in this first section, al-harakatu tuqawwiyu al-adalat. Al-harakatu, al-haraka meaning movement, moving, getting up and moving around, right? Moving around. Al-haraka, this is a noun. Al-harakatu, this is a mubtada. If it's a noun, it's the beginning of our sentence, it's called al-mubtada. Tuqawwiyu al-adalat. Tuqawwiyu means to strengthen, that they strengthen al-adalat, the muscles. So movement strengthens the muscles. Movement strengthens the muscles. An-nadhafatu. An-nadhafatu. Cleanliness. Right? Tunashitu al-jism. Tunashitu. Cleanliness. Tunashitu al-jism. It activates the body. When things are clean, when your room is organized, when you get up and you make your bed, and you straighten up your house, you have energy. You're energized. It gives you energy for your body. Anta, of course, that's a noun. Ata'ta al-amr. You obeyed the command. Anta ata'ta al-amr. You obeyed the command. As-sulhafatu zahafat. As-sulhafa is a turtle. Sulhafa is a turtle. Zahafat. It crawled. It crawled. Right? So if we look at these sentences, let's look at this first group of sentences. We have a mubtada. We have a noun.
Turtle.
Huh?
How you pronounce turtle?
Sulhafa. This is sulahfa, but this is wrong. The sukoon should be on the lam and the fatha should be on the ha. Sulhafa.
Okay, sulhafa.
Right? Sulhafa. Sulhafa. These four things here are all mubtada. And then here after that, we have verbal sentences. Jumla fi'liya. These are in the present tense, al-mudari', mudari' for these two, and this is madi. These are in the past tense. If we were to take this word off, right? Al-harakatu tuqawwi makes no sense. An-nadhafatu tunashitu, not really, doesn't make sense. Anta at'amta, you obeyed, maybe it makes sense. But we said we got rid of that pronoun there, the ta, right? You have to have a whole sentence here. You have to have a whole sentence, not just a verb. You have to have a whole sentence. If we look at the next, and we're going to explain it when we get to the rules. We look at the next category, category number 2. Al-muhadhab, right? The one, or muhadhib, should be muhadhib, the one who has manners. Asdiqa'uhu kathirun, his friends are many. The one who has good manners has lots of friends. This is a mubtada. Al-Muhadhib is a mubtada. Al-Misbah, the light. Daw'uhu shadid. Its light is Al-Misbah, the lantern. Daw'uhu shadid. Its light is strong. It's severe. It's bright, very bright. Al-Bintu jamaluha al-sharaf. Al-Bint, the woman. Jamaluha, her beauty is nobility. If she's noble, then she becomes beauty. If she has good manners and she's well, then she's going to be beautiful, even if physically she's not so beautiful. Right? At-tujar, merchants, the plural of tajir. Shi'aruhum as-sidq. Shi'ar means their sign, their motto. Right? Shi'aruhum as-sidq. Their motto or their sign is truthfulness. Now here we see we have a mubtada. Right? All these words are the mubtada. And here we say after that, asdiqa'uhu. There's no verb. This is also another noun. But it's not just the khabar. If we were to say, al-muhadhib asdiqa'uhu, the one who's well-mannered, his friends. That's not a complete sentence. Al-misbah daw'uhu, the lantern, its light. It's not a complete sentence. Al-bint jamaluha, a woman, or the girl, her beauty. Not complete sense. What tujar shi'aruhum, their sign. The merchants, their sign. This isn't a complete sentence. Rather, you have to have all of that information for it to give you a complete idea. Let's look at the third one. And we're going to break each of them down, but we need to see what we're working with before we break them down. Al-kitabu fil qimtari. Al-kitab, the book is in the qimtar. Qimtar is like a backpack, right? A backpack.
That one wrong too.
Qimtari. La. Why? Qimtar. Yes. Yes. This is wrong. Qimtar. Qimtar. As-sarj. Right? So we see here a mubtada, and we see here we have a phrase. Shibhu jumla. As-sarj. As-sarj is a saddle. Al-fars is on the horse. Right? As-sarj al-fars. The saddle is on the horse. We have a mubtada, and here we have a phrase. Al-matar. Right? Al-matar. And this should be connected, but it's bad, bad copy, a bad scan. The rain, min as-sahab. It's from the clouds. We have a mubtada, we have a phrase, min as-sahab. We have jar wa majroor, jar wa majroor, jar wa majroor. An-najatu, mubtada, success, fi sidqi. Jar wa majroor. Fi sidqi. Right? 4, if we said al-qantaratu, qantaratu. Al-qantaratu fawq al-Nil, fawq al-Nil. And Nil is the Nile River, and Nil. It's not called Nile in Arabic, it's called a Nil. And al-qantara is a bridge like this. Right? Where it has an archway, like an archway bridge. Right? That's a qantara. If it's a flat bridge, it's called a jisr. Like the bridge over Memphis.
About a bridge that goes
from one side to the other. Yeah, like this bridge, like it's from Memphis to Arkansas or whatever that is, right? That's a jisr. Right? Jisr. But an arched bridge, this is the water, right? Where it goes like that.
Yeah.
This is a qantara, right? Al-qantara fi Nil, or fawq al-Nil. The qantara, the bridge is above a Nil, right? It's over the Nil, above. It's over it, right? Al-misbah متنزه متنزه أمام البيت. Mutanazzah is a place for a nuzha. Nuzha is strolling or sightseeing. So here we would say mutanazzah would be like a walking park or a place to stroll, a park, something like that, an area where you would go walk and just enjoy yourself. Mutanazzah amam al-bayt. Right, here we have a mubtada, here we have a mubtada, and here we have a dharf. Fawqa is a dharf makan. Amam is a dharf makan. It is a adverb of place. It is above. It is in front of. As-sa'a, right? As-sa'a, the watch. Taht al-wisada. We have a mubtada, as-sa'atu, and all of these mubtadas are marfu'. Every single one of them, even if it's not written there. Right? Marfu'. Taht al-wisada. Wisada is a pillow. Tahta means underneath. Right? Dharf makan. It's an adverb of place. Ar-raha ba'd al-ta'bi. Ar-raha is a mubtada, and it means rest or relaxation, the break. The break, right? You got a break every couple hours at work. You take a 15-minute break. Ar-raha ba'd al-ta'b is after becoming tired. The rest is after being tired. Right? Ar-raha ba'd al-ta'b. I mean, you don't get up and rest. Right? No, you get up and you do something and you rest after you're tired. Right? Ar-raha ba'd al-ta'b. Ra is your mubtada. Ba'd is a dharf. Zaman, meaning afterwards, after. It's a dharf zaman. So here, if we were to look at these, Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Look at these sentences. All of them are made up of a mubtada. Here we have our mubtadas, and here we have jumla fi'liya. So this is the khabar is a jumla fi'liya. It doesn't matter if it is mudari or madi, past tense or present, doesn't matter. Mudari, present tense, madi, past tense. Zahafat, past tense. Ata'ata, past tense. Tunashitu wa tuqawwiyu, those are present tense. Here we have al-muhadhib astiqa'uhu, right? Kathirun. Here we have the mubtada. Here we have ismiya, jumla ismiya. Right? Asdiqa'uhu kathirun. Daw'uhu shadid. Jamaluha sharaf. Shi'aruhum as-sidq. These are jumla ismiyas. Here we have our khabar, and after that we have jar wa majroor. Jar wa majroor. We have a pronoun, preposition, and then we have the noun which is majroor after it. Here we have our mubtada, and we have dharf wa mudaf ilayh, because what comes after a dharf is mudaf ilayh, majroor. Right? We have a dharf, whether it be makan, as the first three are, or zaman. Now, as we said, if we were to cut these, what's after the mubtada, in half or something, it wouldn't make sense. We would need the whole thing. We don't have any sentence without the whole thing. So what does that tell us, however? And we'll read the information in a minute here. But what that tells us is that we can have a mubtada. We'll put an alif lam. Al-mubtada. Al-mubtada. Right? And then we can have al-khabar. So, we can have As we said, for instance, we could say Muhammad. We'll use a different name. We'll use Shakir. Shakir Tawil. Shakir is tall. Here, our khabar is mufrad. Right? Shakirun, Shakirun, Tawilun. Shakir is tall. Then we say Shakir. Right? Shakirun. Akala al-lahm. He ate the meat. Akala al-lahma. Here, this is a jumla fi'liya. And we can say ya'kulu as well, meaning present tense. Ya'kulu al-lahm. Right? Ya'kulu al-lahma. Both of these are fi'liya, but this is past tense and this one is present tense. So our khabar is a jumla fi'liya. We could say Shakirun. Right? Shakirun. Asdiqa'uhu. Asdiqa'uhu. Kathirun. His friends are many. Shakir, his friends are many. Here, this is ismiya. This is a jumla ismiya. Right? And that's our khabar. And we could have Shakir. Min Pakistan. Pakistan. Right? Shakir is from Pakistan. Here we have jar wa majroor. Right? He's from Pakistan. And we could have Shakir Amam al-Masjid. Shakir is in front of the masjid. Not amamu, but amama. Amam al-Masjid. Right? And here we have dharf. Right? Wa mudaf ilayh. Is that clear?
No.
Now, I'm going to change my pen real quick and I'm going to come up here. Here, in this first sentence, we're going to say Shakir mubtada marfu', right? Wa tawil khabar marfu'. I'm trying to see if Abdullah's coming back, because if he comes back, you already know this stuff, Abu Sumaya. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going. Never mind. He said he's got to go. Tayyip, we'll explain it, inshallah, and he can watch the video. So, Shakirun Tawilun. Right? Shakirun Tawilun. This is Mubtada and Khabar. When we get to the Jumla Ismiya, Naam. Shakir is your Mubtada. But now we have a Jumla Ismiya. So what we have to treat this Jumla Ismiya like it's its own sentence. It's a sentence inside of a sentence. So we have Akala fil madi, right? Al-lahma is your maf'ulun bihi. Akala, where's your fa'il? Mustatir, taqdiruhu, huwa. So we're going to treat this like it's its own sentence. We have our fi'il, akala. We have our fa'il, taqdiruhu, huwa. And maf'ulun bihi, lahm. And all together, that is going to be your khabar marfu'. Doesn't matter if it's past tense or present tense. Ya'kulu is going to be your fi'il. Your fa'il is going to be mustatir, huwa, taqdiruhu, huwa, lahm, maf'ulun bihi. And together, ya'kulu lahma is your khabar marfu'. Same thing when we get down to the Jumla Ismiya. Asdiqa'uhu kathirun. This is another sentence. His friends are many. That is a complete sentence. His friends are many. So asdiqa is your mubtada. And asdiqa'uhu is mudaf ilayh. His friends are many. Kathirun is your khabar, marfu' with a waw. And together, this Jumla Ismiya is your khabaru Shakir, marfu'. Shakir, min Pakistan. Min is harf jar. Pakistan is majroor, right? And together they're called shibhu jumla. Shibhu jumla. Right? So therefore, this shibhu jumla is your khabar, marfu'. Min Pakistan, this might end with something majroor, Pakistan being majroor. However, right? However, together, this shibhu jumla is khabar marfu' to Shakir. Because the khabar is always marfu'. And amam al-masjid is the same way. We have a dharf al-makan, right? Dharf al-makan. We said the dharf after it, the word after it is mudaf ilayh. And together, this might be mansub and this might be majroor. However, this together, this shibhu jumla is the khabar marfu' of Shakir. Any questions, Abu Sumaya?
No.
طيب.
No question.
We'll read real quick the qaida for those who want to benefit from the qaida. Scroll down too far. I don't even know where I'm at now. I think I'm not far enough down. Anyway, let me just read it real quick out of the book, inshallah. Since I can't get it to pop up on the page properly. Where are we at? Just data. 1 second here, apologize. It says, oh, I got the wrong book. I grabbed Thanawiyya instead of Ibtida'iyya. 1 second. Okay. He says the qaida here it says no, I read it. That's the wrong page. 1 second. Okay, the qaida here is just like كما يكون خبر المبتدا مفردا يكون جملة فعلية أو جملة اسمية أو شبه جملة أي ظرف أو جار مجرور. Okay, just like the the khabar can be an individual word, right? As we said here on the first page here that we did. It could be a mufrad, or it could be a jumla fi'liya or jumla ismiya. It could be either of those. And it could be shibhu jumla, meaning a dharf wa mudaf ilay, or jar and majroor. And then the second part or qaida found here is yajibu an tashtamila al-jumla al-khabar ala damir yurabituha bil mubtada. That when we have a jumla, right? When we have a jumla, that we must have, as we wrote down here, this damir to refer back to Shakir. Asdiqa'uhu, right? Asdiqa'uhu. Or if we said asdiqa'u kathirun, then it would not make sense with Shakir. If we said Shakir, friends are many, that doesn't make sense. But asdiqa'uhu kathirun, now it makes sense. And same thing here, Shakir, akala, the damir is hidden, and ya'kulu here as well as hidden, right? But it has to be inside of there to refer back. Has to be at least hidden inside of there for it to make sense. طيب? Inshallah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.